Yeah, they're good. If you're gonna buy cards, go to Card Kingdom. They don't union bust.
At least not yet, or that we know of.
Not yet, at least. The second they did, and then you have to fucking just go to LGS.
Card Kingdom's pretty okay for right now.
For right now.
They're pretty okay if they have anything fucking in inventory. Half the time you're like, well, that's not in inventory.
And there goes the Card Kingdom sponsorship.
Yeah, well.
High prices and questionable inventory. Card Kingdom.
All right, what's up?
We're back, and we're doing another reserve list. And we have a guest this time.
We've got Frankie.
Why don't you introduce yourself, Frankie?
Yeah.
Hello, I'm Frank. I play Magic with these guys on occasion, and they're like, do our podcast with us. And I'm saying, sure. So here we are. It should be fun.
This is another one of our friends that's been, since we were little tykes, running around our neighborhood terrorizing people in the night. But we don't do that anymore. We talk about magic shit. So, our famous or infamous reserve list reviews, where we're still working our way through all 500 something cards. It's been fun and also a goddamn nightmare. But here we are. We're going to pick up where we left off. We stopped at Chain Stasis. But really quick, just so Frank, and then if anyone else is watching that doesn't remember, this is our kind of methodology. We're going to rank them from 1 to 5 for cEDH. But since there's hardly going to be any cEDH playable cards, and mainly this is an excuse to shit on all the garbage that's on the reserve list, we're going to be talking about Casual Commander a decent amount too. It's just going to be an overall fun. You can play the drinking game too, where if we ever go off on a tangent for longer than a couple minutes, take a shot. So a 1,
or if something gets a 2.
Yeah, or something gets a 2, which is most things. So a 1 is, why the fuck was this even printed? This is, even in casual, even in like the most like jank of decks, there's just no reason to play it. It's just that bad. Then you have a 2, which is, this is not great, but it's okay in casual. You can make an argument for like a jank deck or just casual. It's very broad. Then we have a 3, which is like, it's either so close to being cEDH playable, where it's like, if something was just a little better about it, it would be there. Or it's really good in casual. It's like a casual all-star, but it just falls off for cEDH. 4 is more of a reserved for like a specific strategy, something like Academy Rector. Like, yeah, that's a great card for cEDH, but it's usually for like Protean Hulk strategy, so it's like very focused. And then a 5 would be something that's literally good in every deck that has that color. So something like Black Lotus, that would be a 5. And then also on that note, even though Black Lotus is banned in Commander, we're still going to rank them as if they were unbanned. Like if you could play this in cEDH, would this be good? There's only a couple of them on here anyways that are banned. So yeah, hopefully that makes sense. And we will pick it up from here. So yeah, someone read that first card. That's not me.
Frank, why do you do the honors?
Yeah, I'll do the honors. So we are on Chaos Harlequin. 2 and 2 red, so 4 mana value. For a summon Harlequin, you pay a red to remove the top card of your library from the game. And if it's a land, Harlequin gets -4, -0 until end of turn. Otherwise, it gets +2/+0. This is trash.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
That's literally like, unless you're in Harlequin Tribal, this is garbage. And I don't even think it's considered a Harlequin anymore. This is probably like human something else.
And we'll do this a lot, where we're like, hey, speaking of MTG Scryfall Harlequin. Let's see, are there any other
Well, it was
one
eroded
of
to a
two.
human, so it's just a human.
Merciless
Now,
Harlequin.
it's not even
Okay,
a
so
Harlequin
so
anymore.
there is another. So they changed it. They eroded it.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a human.
But yeah, not much else to say. I think this is a 1.
Honestly, we don't have to talk about it that much. It's a 1.
Yeah. What's really funny is at first I'm like, well, why would you want to give it -4 -0? It's only a 2/4, and then it's like, oh, because you can keep essentially rolling the dice, so to speak. But you'd have to get so lucky to get multiple. It's like you have a 50-50, like you actually have like the most likelihood of probably giving it +2 +0, and then if you try again, it just immediately gets -4, and it's like, well, I exiled 2 cards, paid 2 mana, and I have a 0/4. So,
well, actually, you know what? I found out how this card's broken. So if you have unlimited red, you can use this to win with Thassa's Oracle. There you go. It's cEDH playable, boys.
Yeah,
You
yes.
just make infinite red, and you can exile your whole library.
You're damn right. Dude,
cEDH playable
that's a
card.
damn good point. That's a damn good point.
Turns out it's broken.
Turns out it's broken for is it strategies. And let's make this work. We still have promised that we were there was like another one that we said we were gonna make a deck based off of because it was not that great, but it had like some weird combos. So yeah, let's throw Chaos Harlequin in the mix there. All right. Yeah, 1s across the board.
Yeah. All right, moving on to Chaos Orb. I'll take this one. So it's a 2-drop mono artifact. For 1, flip Chaos Orb onto the playing arena from the height of at least 1 foot. Chaos Orb must turn completely over at least 1, or it is discarded with no effect. When Chaos Orb lands on any cards in play that it touches are destroyed. As is Chaos Orb. This is the first of the dexterity cards that we get to talk about.
I mean, it's basically 3 mana for a randomized board wipe.
I don't think Chaos Orb is playable.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's in any color because it's an artifact, so anybody can play it. I mean, you kind of only just fuck over one person, and that's that. But I don't know. I can see Chaos Orb being playable. You kill like 4 things with it if people don't move their cards the right way or place them the right way.
Yeah, you could really fuck someone over like this. Like now, the only thing is someone might see this coming and be like, "Oh shit, I better space out my board a bit." But I mean, it blows up permanence though. So that's the other thing is like if you got really good at this. I just think of someone just like practicing this hundreds of times and you fucking tutor this up, flip that, and just hope that it lands and touches enough land. And then like someone's Gaia's Cradle, their Soul Ring, and their, I don't know, their Thrasios gone. It's still just so fucking random.
It's fucking weird. It would have the best effect in Thrasios decks and Gaia's decks, where they just have cluttered board states, and then you could just throw it on their field and be like, all right.
It's a meta call. You're right. You're right. I was just like using that as the first thing that popped into my head, but you're right about the cluttered board state. Like this is a meta call.
Yeah, we're in mid-range hell right now. Like, fucking get Chaos Orb in your deck. Fucking solves that problem.
I think I'm going to be a contrarian and say it's a 2 just off the chance that someone gets good at this. It's not complete unplayable trash. I mean, you could really ruin your own day if it lands on your own fucking board. I mean, but at least 1 foot, that's really not that high, and you just have to flip it over once. I mean, fuck, I have a card in front of me right now. Let me
let's test
see if
this
I have
there.
Any fucking control whatsoever.
No, it fell off the table.
I mean, people who play like old school definitely use Chaos Orbs.
And it has to flip once.
Obviously, that's
must turn completely over at least once.
But
yeah, no, okay. This is what you do. You kind of do like a flick of the wrist. You hold like where your palm's facing down, and you hold it sideways, so it's like it only has to turn like a spiral and not like flip. but you just, yeah. I mean, you could easily target someone's board. Like I think unless you're a complete dipshit, it's not gonna like, oh no, it floated back and blew out my whole board. I mean, I'm saying 2. It's a 2 for me.
I think I'm a 3 on it.
I'm gonna I'm gonna give this a 3 because I think it's a meta call. You know, everyone's playing with cluttered board states.
3?
Target somebody with yeah.
It's colorless permanent removal. At the end of the day,
At the end of the day,
I don't know.
It will
I think certain decks
things.
would want it.
I guess you're right.
And it's an artifact. Like I feel like there's some world where like fringe decks might just pick it up. Like you're in a mono blue strategy. Like your Urza, like it is an artifact.
Yeah, and it's only 2 mana and then 1 to activate it. Yeah, you could keep it around and tap it for a while with Urza for mana, and then you're like, oh shit, and it doesn't. Well, let's see. It doesn't say you have to tap it, right? It's not.
No, it's just
one and tap.
Just one to
you do.
it.
Okay, but you can still do it at. It doesn't say at sorcery speed, so you could do it at. Leave it up as a blue mana or with Urza. Yeah, this is an Urza card.
For sure.
Yeah, that'd be fucking awesome. Okay, yeah. You know what? I'll give it a 3 with you guys. I'm kind of convinced.
Bumping it up.
All right, Chaos Orb gets a 3.
3 across. I was not expecting that. When I saw that, because I knew of this card, I'm like, oh, this is probably going to get like a 1. But then when you actually sit and talk about it, you're like, oh, shit. You can do something. All right, so let's do the next one. We've got Chaos Sphere, which is 2 generic and a red for an enchant world. Creatures with flying cannot block creatures without flying. Creatures without flying can block creatures with flying. Well, it's basically just switching flyers and non-flyers. It's just not relevant enough in cEDH. There's not like specifically flyer strategies.
Yeah, this really screws over the birds player at your LGS, and that's
Get
about
fucked,
it.
Derevi.
Like,
It screws over the Tivit player.
Oh, yeah. Tivit kind of gets fucked. Derevi kind of gets fucked. But are you really going to play this? Like, even in a meta, unless there was like, oh my god, everyone's playing flyers. I just have all these ground people that can't do anything. Like, I guess. Even in a casual environment, I can't.
Yeah, even
it's a little better in a casual environment. Like I said, if you know you're playing against someone who plays like a lot of birds or like whatever, vampires, creatures that fly, like, and you're sick of it, I guess you play this. But outside, it's not unplayable.
Yeah, no, it's not a 1. It's definitely not a 1. It's just like, there's no way it gets past
it's not
a 2
a 1
at all.
It's also like, I don't think it deserves it a 2.
It's like a 1.5.
Yeah, I give it a 1.5.
But I know what you mean, but it's like we said, it has some play. A 2 is basically like, it's not good, but
it's not terrible.
I'm going to say a 2.
Yeah. Screw it. I'll give it a 2.
Fine. I'll just join the 2 train.
2 train.
Yeah, it's just easier.
All right.
It's just easier.
Take a drink.
Okay.
Also drink responsibly. I feel like we have to say that.
I guess we do, because we did say to do a drinking game. We've only got 1 2 so far, so not that bad. There's only 1 drink, and we haven't gone on any crazy tangents, so
Not yet.
Yeah. Not yet.
Recording's still young, Ian. We'll go on that hour tangent.
All right. We will. All right, Frank, take the next one.
Yep, moving right along to Chromatic Armor. 1 white and a blue for an enchant creature. When Chromatic Armor comes into play, put a slight counter on it and choose a color. Any damage dealt to target creature by a source of that color is reduced to 0. X, put a slight counter on Chromatic Armor and change the color to that it protects against. X is equal to the number of slight counters on Chromatic Armor.
What?
So basically, you get a slight counter when it comes into play, and then just pay 4 more mana to put 4 more slight counters on it so it gets protection from everything? Is that how this works?
Yeah, that's the thing. I can't tell based on the wording if it says change the color that it protects against. Like, is it saying that, oh, now I'm protecting against a different color? So the first one is negated?
Yeah, the eroded versions say prevent all damage that would be dealt to enchanted creature by sources of the last chosen color. So you're only ever protected by one color at a time.
Okay.
And the cost to change it gets exponentially higher. So this is a 1.
The only thing is, like, there's almost no fucking point in making it X because it's like, okay, so why would I put more slight counters on it if I just can wait until,
well, it's like, I think it's
removed,
like,
and then
you
I
dodge black and then you pay 2 since now you're putting a second counter on it to dodge, like, let's say a lightning bolt. And then you play 3 to dodge a swords to plowshares because that's equal to the number of counters. So you can keep changing what you're protected against.
Okay, yeah, I see. Yeah, you can change if it's not what you expect. Okay, because it's like, why wouldn't you just wait? But then that counter would get removed. So it's like, okay, so let's just say the first one you're like, okay, I'm gonna put it protection from blue, but then someone does a swords to plowshares. You pay the 1 in response to put the new one on and say white, but then that one would get removed. So there's always going to be basically...
Well, no, the color just changes, but the counter stays on the card.
Yeah, it gets
exponentially.
It would
gotcha.
Be 2
okay,
slight
counters, but you change the color.
Okay, yeah, gotcha. So it just gets more expensive over time. Okay, I thought that the counter would get removed and then it wouldn't be protected. So, okay, so you can't just keep infinitely protecting something for hardly any mana.
For 1 mana, yeah.
I don't think this is a 1, because it still gives you protection.
Really? I feel like there are just other, like, this kind of effect for protection, I feel like has been so power corrupt that it's like, for 3 mana at sorcery speed, are you really
you
playing
play
this
it
card
and then you have you can do the ability at instant speed. So Frank, just to go over, here is what a true, well, there's some absolute, you'll see, like, there are some holy shit ones. Like that Chaos
I guess that's fair. You're right. Is this really one of the most egregious offenders?
There was one that was like 5 mana for an artifact, and then you had to pay 5 more mana to prevent like 1 damage or something. And it was like, what the fuck? Why? So yeah, this is a 2 is basically, unless it's like, holy shit, I would rather just lose. I'd rather play anything but this. Then it's not a 1.
Okay, I guess this does serve a function. You're right. So I guess it's a 2 then.
Like, you're just better off playing like a counterspell or a Mother of Runes, or is that the right, or Mother and Giver of Runes, where you can tap it.
Yeah, Mother and Giver.
But if you're playing an Enchantress deck and you're trying to protect your main commander or something, like if you're doing that Bant Enchantress or something, again, not really cEDH, but like it's another enchantment and you can keep protecting it. So I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you're right in that case. All right, you convinced me. I'll say 2.
Yeah, it's a 2.
Okay. All right, Trevor, what's this next one?
Chronotog. So this is a blue. I almost thought that said frog. This is an Arog. Or a Tog.
A Tog.
Yeah, it's an Tog.
It's an Tog. So for 1 in a blue, you get a Tog creature. That's a 1/2, and then you can skip your next turn. And it gets +3/+3 until end of turn. Use this ability only once each turn. This is dog shit. Like,
yeah.
I'm trying to think of like when this was even like standard legal, if you would even play this. Like, would it be
maybe
worth
to get the
skipping
final
a turn?
Get the final thing.
If you needed that
in.
extra push, I can see that. But
but then if someone sorts the plowshares you're like, oh, oops, like
exactly.
Fuck. It's like you could get blown out by this really bad. I guess you wait until damage, but and then I don't know. So okay, this is what you do.
I think this did see play in standard. I feel like it did because I feel like most of the Atogs did, but this is bad. I mean, skipping your turn was always
standard
bad.
In 95 back in standard of 95. Sure, I could see it. Yeah. They didn't have any fucking options.
In your stasis control deck, you do need a win console, I guess, Chronotog.
They had 4 mana 2/2s back in those days. So yeah, I guess this is a pretty big deal. God, yeah, that's okay. This is what you do though. So you Emrakul to take control of target player and take a turn for them, and you have one of those things that gifts an opponent something, so you give this to them, and when you're controlling them you make them skip that extra turn that they get from after you take control of their turn, they get an actual turn after that, but then you make them skip it. That's how you do it. It's a 15 mana potential plus whatever the cost of gifting them this. So it's potentially a 20 mana combo.
Yeah.
I
mean,
I guess you're right, yeah.
we broke it. You got there.
That being said, it's got to be a 1 from me.
Yeah, this is a 1.
Yeah, agreed. 1.
This is dog
There's
shit.
no chance.
This
is a 1. Then chromatic armor doesn't seem that bad. You're like, oh, okay. At least we could make an argument for chromatic armor. This is just, okay. I think it's me next, right? We've got Circle of Despair. 1 generic, 1 white, 1 black for an enchantment. You pay 1, sacrifice a creature, prevent all damage to any creature or player from any one source. I mean, it's
not terrible.
Yeah.
It's a repeatable fog.
If you're playing an Aristocrats deck, this is pretty good.
Probably never in cEDH, but...
No.
Yeah, this is definitely casual. Unless
it's not bad.
I think in cEDH, no one really gives a shit about damage being dealt. Unless it's the...
Well, I mean, if you're up against a Najila player...
Yeah,
the only thing is you would have to sack your whole board to prevent damage from all of those different warriors.
That's because it's each individual source. Okay.
Yeah.
This is not okay, then this is kind of slightly worse. So you kind of just can block one big thing by sacking your creature and paying a mana. Okay. Yeah, that's not that great.
It's like a
casual card. Definitely a casual card.
Yeah,
so that's a 2 then.
Yeah, I think it's a 2.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a easy 2. Take another drink. All right, what's the next one? Frank, you're up.
Is it me next? Okay. So we have the Sentinel Centaurs. Can't read. 3 and a green. For a 6/3 with Echo. At the beginning of your upkeep, after this permanent enters the battlefield under your control, you have to pay its casting cost or sacrifice it. And it has Shroud, except it's spelled out because Shroud wasn't keyworded yet. But it cannot be the target of spells or abilities.
All right.
Huh.
So if you need that 6/3 Shrouder...
6/3 Shrouder.
There you go.
Yeah, if you're in Centaurs, and you really need another Centaur,
which you probably fucking do if you're playing Centaur Tribal.
An 8 mana 6/3 that has Shroud.
Yeah. See, this is one of those ones where you're like, you want to give it a 1 because you'd never fucking play it, but you're like, it's not that. There's things that are just actively bad. This is like a 2 because you could play it in Centaur Tribal and they probably need all the help they can get.
Yeah. Or if you're just playing some like old school style of deck, I mean, sure, there are probably worse cards than a 6/3 with Shroud.
Yeah. The Echo is really rough. You can't give it haste because you can't target it. So you'd have to have like a global haste effect for even be worth it. Because then you just have to pay 8 mana before this thing gets to swing once.
Yeah. And 8 mana just to deal 6 damage. That's not that good.
And it doesn't have trample or any evasion, and you can't give it anything because it can't be the target. Yeah. I guess by proxy, it just has to be a 2 for me, at least.
Yeah, that's 2.
Yeah. I'll say 2.
Barely, though. Yeah, it's barely a 2. That's the other thing.
Barely. It's not that good. Even in a Centaur Tribal, I wouldn't run this.
It's scraping by the bottom of the 2s for sure.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. What about the next one?
Sataniel Druid. So for 1 and a green, you get a human druid. That's a 1/1. And whenever an opponent casts an artifact spell, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. Honestly, I think this would be... I don't think it would be good in Time, but I mean, it's a Time card.
Oh, yeah. You're kind of right.
Like, everyone's playing artifacts, so you're going to get some counters on this thing. But, like, is it good? No. So, it's not, like, unplayable.
It does stuff with Agatha's Soul Cauldron because it puts it gets a counter. So anything in your graveyard with Agatha. So, I mean, you could do some degenerate things. It's only 1 and a green. I don't think you're playing this in cEDH necessarily, but
no, for sure not.
I think definitely, I would say in like casual decks, you could probably do something with this.
Yeah.
Well, everyone's playing artifacts, some amount.
Just the fact that the fact that like the tie-in thing, I wouldn't actually. There's too many better cards in tie-in, but the fact that it almost makes you want to give it a 3 just because it's so close. I mean, what if this was 1 mana?
If this was 1 mana,
it would be 1 mana nowadays for sure.
I think people would run this if it was 1 mana.
Because, dude, the tie-in plays shit like Acacian Money Changer, and like, what the fuck does that card even do?
It generates a token every fucking turn.
It was a token?
It
enters with 3 counters on it.
So you get your time activation just for it entering, and then every turn you get another token or counter. God damn it.
Now, so arguably, Sentinel Druid could get you a better rate in the long run if people are playing a lot of artifacts, but nah, probably not. And people might be like, hey, let's hold off and not dump out our artifacts if time's about to go off. But yeah, no, I'm almost tempted to give it a 3 just because it's like, if it was 1 mana, you might see it in time.
I mean,
just given the fact, I would say this could be a 3 as far as reserve list cards go. Like, I don't know. I feel like there is just, it could do something in the right deck.
Yeah, I'm willing to give this a 3. Like,
yeah,
I
think
this
so.
Early on in the time list, like turn 1 time, not turn 1 time, but like you're playing time, turn 1, you play this. Everybody else has to fucking be like, all right, well, I guess I'm gonna feed your druid. So you can get.
And it doesn't seem that it's kind of unassuming too. It's very unassuming. Like, oh, it's just a +1/+1 counter, and eventually this could be like an 8/8. It's almost like the orc army that keeps getting bigger, and all of a sudden, I mean, it's not going to outpace an orc army token, but it's just, I don't know. Again, someone's going to listen to this and be like, you fucking idiots! Why would you play this trash? And it's like, it's a 3. Okay, it means it's close.
It's close. We can think of one deck it can go into.
If you're at this part in the video and you're like, just say that. Just comment that. Just comment that. I dare you to argue with us.
I will fight you in the comments section over.
Fucking fight you in the. Okay, so we're threes across the board.
I'll give it a 3.
Yeah. Let's give it a 3.
Okay, so it's another one of these cards. So we got City in a Bottle. 2 colorless, or just 2 generic, for an artifact. Whenever a non-token permanent originally printed in the Arabian Nights expansion other than City in a Bottle is on the battlefield, its controller sacrifices it. Players can't play cards originally printed in the Arabian Nights expansion. So,
well, I mean, this is much better than the Homelands one, because you do have City of Brass in Arabian Nights. You have Bazaar of Baghdad. You have Library of Alexandria. So there are like a few playables from Arabian Nights that would be affected if this was like legal to play.
Yeah, I know. I guess you're right.
It's still niche.
It's still not great. It is just really funny. It's basically like I just imagine playing this back in the day. Like, I forgot why they did this. Was it because, like, hey, these cards are hard to get their hands on, so if you can't afford to actually get all the new Arabian Nights cards, just buy this one card and fuck over all the people that are playing it. I think that was the thinking behind it.
There were actual, like, playable cards. I mean, Jusum Jin, Serendib Free, like, those were playable.
Back then, yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Jin, yeah, those were, like, actual playable creatures, so a card like this had some use. But yeah, nowadays,
you're right about it being better than the Homelands one. I almost want to give it a
3 just because it's just like 2 mana. Like anybody with a City of Brass just like cannot play or has to sacrifice their City of Brass.
One fucking land.
Yeah,
I mean, 2 mana to blow up. If you're at a table with 3 people in 5 color decks and you blow up and prevent people from playing, that is 2 mana, 3 lands in your best case scenario.
Yeah, that's the ceiling. That's the absolute fucking ceiling. And the fucking floor does jack shit. It's an Urza card. It's 2 mana. It's a mana rock.
Yeah, it's a 2 mana art. It's a 2 mana artifact.
2 mana Urza blows up your City of Brass.
Like, it's still a 2 mana artifact. You know, people play all sorts of nonsense artifacts because they're artifacts.
Fair enough, but I
think Frankie's got a point.
Can't get out from a 1 from me. I have to give it a 1.
Yeah, honestly, I think you got a point, Frankie, but this is a 1. This is like
I'm going to be a contrarian and just say it's a 2 because I think Arabian Nights is a slightly more powerful set than some of the other ones, similar cards like this.
So this is it gets an average of 1.333333.
All right, that's fine with me. Just slightly better than a 1.
Just slightly better.
Frank, take this next one.
All right, City of Shadows. So it's a land. Tap, exile a creature you control. Put a storage counter on City of Shadows. Tap, add X mana to your mana pool, where X is the number of storage counters on City of Shadows. And you do not need to remove the storage counters when you tap it for mana.
No, so I've actually this is one of the first reserve list cards I bought because I thought it was really cool. I've always loved the Dark as a set. I mean, the art is cool. The name of the card, City of Shadows, is cool. And then I wish it was Sacrifice instead of Exile. That would be so much better. But
yeah, but you can't exile tokens, you know.
Yeah, so, that's true.
To kind of mitigate the loss. I mean, I actually think this is kind of one of the better storage lands cards, like looking at it.
Oh, yeah, because you can keep building it up. Eventually, you know, if you just do this for a couple turns,
I mean, if you do it for 2 turns, you have a
Ancient
what's
Tomb.
it called? Ancient Tomb. You know,
Yeah.
With no damage.
it's like you do need to wait before you get your Ancient Tomb, but it's like it is
It's a
that is a
3-turn
good
ancient
raid.
tomb.
Yeah,
And eventually, you've got a Lotus Field. After 3 turns.
if you have just a disposable token, you're just like, okay, I'm just gonna feed my City of Shadows.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of a waste of a land, and then it's colorless, but yeah. No, I've always liked this card. I've always thought it was cool. Doesn't really belong in cEDH.
For sure not it.
But
Definitely
I mean,
not
it's
a
at
cEDH
least a
card.
2. It's at least a 2.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'd give that a 2.
For some reason, it's like I really want to give this a 3, but like I don't think you
Same.
can.
I
It's
know.
just too
Same.
slow. It's just missing the mark.
Yeah, it's too slow for cEDH, but for casual, I can see this being a pretty damn good card.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think 2.
Yeah, 2.
All right, here. So Trevor, how about this next city card? We get the 3
City of
cities in a row.
Solitude. So for 2 and a green, you get an enchantment. Each player may play spells and activate abilities only during his or her turn. It says play abilities, but like I'm assuming that means activate. Yeah, activate abilities. So this is a
Yeah, this is actually pretty good.
This is pretty good. This is what's the card called?
It's like Dosen with the Grand Abolisher
Dosen.
text.
Yeah. Dosen, Grand Abolisher. And, it falls in that category of like defense grids and silences and those kinds of protection pieces.
It's basically the text because Grand Abolisher affects the most things, but obviously it's just for you as opposed to this is global. It affects everyone in the same way, but sometimes there are decks that just want this type of effect because they don't have enough protection. I've used to see a lot of Corvold lists, maybe not City of Solitude. They probably would rather have a creature, so they would run Dosen. But I feel like I've seen decks run this. It's at least a 3, I think, because you really don't see many decks run it. But at the same time, it's so close to being playable, and it's an effect that I've seen Dosen in a lot of decks. I think it's just because it's easier to tutor out or reanimate a Dosen on your turn and then go off.
Yeah, it's also only 3 mana in green, so it's like, Kinnan can probably get this out actually like really quickly. Like, it's not the worst thing in the world. If you're in like some sort of Gaia's deck or just like, just a like big mana deck, like, and you need a protection piece, like this is at least a 3, if not maybe a 4. I would need to look up like other protection pieces and like what decks would probably need what, but like this is definitely close.
I mean,
I know that's why I think it's the worst of them because Dosen is just better because of the creature, the tutor ability.
Yeah.
And then what happens if you don't win?
I mean, it is an enchantment, so it goes in Enchantress decks.
I mean, it's the same problem with Dosen or Defense Grid.
Yeah, Dosen and Defense Grid, but at least you can. It's kind of like
get this with like your Enlightened Tutor.
They're easier to get rid of. Dosen's easier to get rid of, I guess.
Yeah.
If you can't get rid of your own enchantment, that's kind of like, ooh, that sucks.
I mean, you definitely need to play this like the turn you're winning. Like, you get this out first. Okay, my City of Solitude resolves. Then you just kind of do your win.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, would you play this in like Lumra?
It could go into Lumra.
Because
you make so much mana in that deck.
Because if I'm in Kinnan, I just have enough counter spells, and I want to be able to like be a little more reactionary sometimes, and be able to activate Kinnan or cast spells on my opponent's turns. But in something that's very limited, or if you're in white, you have way too many silence effects.
Yeah, like white, you wouldn't want this, but like in Lumra, would this work? I'm gonna just pull up a a deck list and see what kind of like protection pieces they're running.
I think any deck that would want to run Dosen would want to run this.
Oh, and you know what? Luma's also is running Archdude Charm, so if you do need to blow up your own City of Solitude, you can do that.
Oh, nice. There you go.
And probably Nature's Claim and Force of Vigor. I mean,
yeah, I'm not sure what you would cut to want this with Lumra, but like maybe this is just like a sideboard metagame call where it's like if you think you're going to be in a pod where you need to make sure that everyone can't interact with you.
Yeah,
you know, you
yeah,
take
it's
out
just
one
so
of your
close.
50 lands. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm giving it a 3 just because there's too many better options, and it's risky.
Yeah, but so
Yeah,
is
I'll say 3.
I'll give it a 3 as well. I think there's better options, but I mean, if people are running Dosen, they probably want this card. I think this is a trap for like a Time deck because Time runs Dosen, but like Dosen's kind of good in Time because then you just stop everyone from interacting with each other, and you can still activate Time. But the fact that this stops like activated abilities on other people's turns, I think that's pretty bad for a Time list. But you know, I've seen people play weirder shit than this. I'll give this a 3.
Okay.
Yeah, 3.
Yeah.
I'll say 3.
All right. So next up is City of Traders, an actual good card. It's a land. When you play another land, sacrifice City of Traders. Tap to add 2 to your mana pool. This is great for turbo decks. And I've seen a lot more people running this lately. It's just you'd think like, oh man, but I don't want to sacrifice a land. But in like a Rograk deck where if they're like, I just want to, like a Rogsai, they're just going absolutely as fast as possible. You either play this on turn 2. I bet you could even use this to make some turn 1 play win. Like, okay, play Rograk, play a Lotus Petal, play your City of Traders, tap to add 2, crack the Lotus Petal for a Dark Ritual, add Nas. Okay, here we fucking go. I mean,
yeah,
shit out a bunch of tap to add a Soul Ring and then a Talisman and then tap that in the extra colorless for an Arcane Signet into a Mana Vault. I mean, there's just a million things, and then if you sacrifice it, a turn later when you play a land, who gives a shit? Or if you play it later on in the game where you don't have as many land drops, they become less relevant. Yeah, I think it's great.
Yeah, I think City of Traders is really strong. I feel like it plays more like a ritual, though. I don't know. I mean, yeah, you can do like the turn 1 like nuts thing, like you explained, but I feel like this is a card that definitely gets better later in the game when you're just like, I just need that 1 more mana, and it's like, boom, City of Traders. Like it's a land that taps for 2, and it doesn't come into play tapped. Like, it's definitely in consideration at all times.
Yeah.
This one's, I'm giving it a 4.
Yeah, it's definitely a 4 because it's definitely not niche. Like, it's definitely a 4.
Yeah, I would give this a 4.
Widely, because it's played not in every deck, but it's played in a good amount of decks that are going fast. I see Blue Farm plays this a decent amount of times because a lot of times Blue Farm just wants to go fast too, or like an early on smother. Like they'll get a turn 2 Smothering Tithe with this and another land and a Mana Vault or something, and then they're just going off. So I've just seen plenty of decks run this and do really well. Okay, 4s across the board.
Enough said for this card. Now we get to the first one of these banned for community standards cards.
We'll just preface it with saying yes, we are going to talk about it, but we get it. We get why it's offensive, even though the meaning behind it wasn't created with ill intent. it's understandable. So let's just view it. You see the color of the card and you read the text and you're like, all right, I get it. But it's also fucking terrible. So it's like, who gives a fuck? But you could ban this, and which they did, and no one everyone's like, oh no, I can't play this garbage card that is offensive based on the text on it.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
All these color hosers, because there's cards like it too. I mean, obviously, targeting different colors, they're all like kind of unplayable. Like they're all just like, okay, I'm just gonna screw over the one player, and it's like that's it. And yeah, these cards are all crap. And
but Frank, you're the guest, so we're gonna throw you under the bus. You have to read the offensive card.
Yeah, so here we are, our first offensive card. It is Cleanse for 2 and 2 white to destroy all black creatures. It's a sorcery. It's Wrath of God for all black creatures. And sure.
Yeah, it's the fact that like the color identity of cards have nothing to do with race or anything like that, but it's just not a good look. I can see like if it's mainly like if someone new to the game, like, hey, this is my friend, or like my niece is coming over and she's 12 years old, and you're like, hey, and then like your aunt or something is reading it, like, what's this card? Cleanse, destroy all black creatures. Huh. Is that how this game goes? And you're like, okay, wait, I swear to God, that like the black creatures could be anything. It could be any race. It could even be a monster. Yeah. It's just there's no reason to have a card this bad that could potentially offend someone. So might as well just ban it. It's a 1 for me.
Yeah, it's a 1.
This isn't even good as a Wrath of God. Like,
no, just play Wrath of God.
Black creatures. Like,
if you really hate the vampire player at like your LGS, like you would probably run Cleanse. But besides that, it's like
there's just so many other better creatures. What do you think? Okay, so let's just say if you had to pick, like what would be the best color to target if there was a spell? Would it be green? Blow up all the mana dorks, I guess.
I would say green, honestly.
Yeah, because green plays the most creatures, and you're doing the most creature-y. I mean, like, if you're green, you're probably doing some kind of creature combo, some sort of other thing. So probably if it was mono green, that's, like, the most playable. Maybe red because Magda.
Like white creatures, because then you can get rid of like Grand Abolishers and Esper Sentinels.
Yeah.
But I think green would be the best one, because they're more likely going to have more creatures. And they're more likely
they're going to have dorks. Green. They're going to play them early.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's about all we could really say about it. So go back in the hole from where you came, Cleanse. Oh. Okay. Well, now we're forced to look at it. All right. Moving on to cleansing. Okay. Well, we're really mixing it up here. Trevor, I think this one's you.
Yeah. So for 3 white, you get a sorcery. All land is destroyed. Players may prevent cleansing from destroying specific lands by paying 1 life for each land they wish to protect. Effects that prevent or redirect damage may not be used to counter this loss of life. Okay. So, like...
It's like a burn spell.
It's a kind of a burn spell. But for 3 white?
This card sucks. Armageddon was already a thing.
Yeah, that's the thing. Is like Wrath of God and Armageddon are things, and cleanse and
already
cleansing
existed when the Dark came out. Why would you like? So this was bad back then. I don't think this is playable. And also in like, so yeah, you play this on 3 and everyone just goes, okay, I pay 3 life so you don't destroy my lands. Like,
It doesn't do anything.
It doesn't do anything.
Great. You did
Is
3
there
mana for a lightning
there's
bolt.
cards that say opponents can't, or players can't pay life to activate abilities. Oh, what is that? Isn't that Yasharn? Listen, you play this in Yasharn.
You combo it to be like, yeah, dude, 3 mana.
Players can't pay life or sacrifice non-land permanents to cast spells or activate abilities. Dude, it would be so much better if it was opponents can't pay life. Then you do this and it's a one-sided Armageddon. Oh, that would be so good. That would be fucking hilarious. I would play this in Yasharn if that's what it was. Because you probably don't want to blow up all your own shit. But that would be so funny. Just being like, hey, get fucked. But other than that, this is never going to do anything. It's going to be a couple, maybe one player that has a lot of lands has to pay a little bit extra life. Ooh, I had to pay 8 life. Oh no.
Not to mention, I feel like a lot of people don't run like a ton of lands in cEDH anyways. Like,
no, it's usually around the under the 30 mark.
See, if it said all permanents are destroyed, that would be fucking hilarious.
Something.
That would be really good. Be good if it was all permanents.
It would really fuck over like those Rog Thrast decks with a billion things going on, on the board, or Najeela,
a ton of treasures. You could force them, to use their treasures, or just pay a ton of life. Or
it's still not very good because they're probably just going to pay the life. So because you're like, unless you're really down to like 5 or like less than 10 life, you're not really worried. Then if you're at like 9 life left and it's like, oh shit,
here's a good question. How much life would someone need to pay for 3 mana to be worth it? Like 10? If someone's paying 10, like you basically pay a 3 mana card that says you lose 10 life. Is that a good card?
Every player, including yourself, though. That's the thing, is including yourself.
Yeah.
I thought you were saying per land. What if every player had to pay 10 life per land?
No, not per land. If this was like all permanents, and it's just like, yeah, I pay 3 mana and deal you 10 damage, assuming that no one's gonna want their permanents blown up. I don't know. That is 25% of your life total. Like that card would probably be like
in casual,
maybe playable, but like this is unplayable. Because we're talking like 3 mana to maybe at the most you're gonna get lucky and deal 5 damage to somebody.
And it's just fucking useless. And I mean it doesn't seem. It's like the more that you think about it, you're just like, this is just not gonna do anything.
And then you just question why this was printed in a world where Wrath of God and Armageddon already existed in alpha.
Yeah. It's got to be a 1. It doesn't do anything.
Yeah, this is a 1.
This is a 1.
Okay, so next we've got Commander Greven Ilvek. Like, what kind of name is that?
It's Scandinavian.
Okay, it's 3 generic and 3 black for a legendary creature, human warrior. It's a 7/5. That's kind of okay. And it has fear, so it can't be blocked except by artifact creatures or black creatures. And then when Commander Greven Ilvek enters the battlefield, sacrifice a creature. I mean, it's not dog shit, but I mean, why would you play this?
I mean, it's not even a good rate. It's 6 for a 7/5, and you have to sacrifice another creature.
Which could be seen as an upside, because sometimes people want to sacrifice stuff, but...
Sure.
I mean...
But like...
You're not playing this in cEDH at all.
No, definitely not. This is... Definitely not. This is like a casual card when you want to make a mid-range black deck, and it's like...
You want to be goofy or something.
Yeah, I want to... Well, it already has fear, so it's, it's a Voltron, mono black commander. It is at a rate. It's 3 hits already to kill somebody, so I don't know what other... I guess you put equipments or something on this. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
think
and
it's
it
a
has
horrible,
fear. Yeah.
horrible card.
No, that's true. Like you could make this a Voltron and just pump it up with a bunch of equipment, and it has fear, so it's pretty hard to block, except for, there's not that many artifact creatures or black creatures, unless you're playing someone with like that has black in their color identity. But yeah, I could. And you just Toxic Deluge, get rid of the board, and just start swinging. But yeah, no, I guess it's like a 2.
It's a 2. If someone had this in a casual pot, I'd be like, that's potentially concerning,
Yeah, like, hey, I hope they don't pick me first. Because that's the problem with Voltron is it's less so that, we're all going to lose to this. It's more so like I don't want to be the one to get fucking axed first.
Yeah, because then you're just sitting at the table waiting for everyone to finish.
Yeah, exactly. That's the part that sucks. Okay.
It's a 2.
Yeah, you convinced me. I'll give it a 2.
Yeah. That's about it. Okay. Frank, what's this next one?
All right. Next
It's a
card.
magic conch.
I already know what deck this is going in. Conch Horn for 2 generic. It's an artifact from Fallen Empires. You can pay 1, tap and sack it to draw 2 cards, then put any 1 card from your hand back on top of your library. We got another Urza card, everybody. It's going right into Urza. 2 mana artifact that is kind of just a bad brainstorm, but yeah, that's about it. It's an artifact, so I'll give it just like its casting cost, a 2.
Yeah. It's a little better than a 1 because it's not like, oh my God, what? It's not actively bad, but it's just a really shitty brainstorm. You're right.
Yeah. But it's a 2 mana artifact, so it's like, if this was any other type of card, this would be horrible. But it's an artifact, so it's there's a home for it somewhere in a casual deck. Or Urza. Yeah. If you just really want to cheat play this for some reason.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll give it a 2.
The art's kind of neat. I like the green really cool. hair with whatever the tiara thing. I'm guessing that's a mermaid.
Something like that.
Something like that.
Some woman with the green or jewels. Yeah.
Yeah.
Classic artist Phil Foglio. Wonderful stuff.
All right.
Okay. How about this next? Now, this one will bring up an interesting conversation.
Is this our first anti card, or have we done anti before?
We might have had one anti before. You guys did
an anti card, but it was like unplayable anti card.
Yeah. So, Contract from Below. This is for 1 black. You get a sorcery. Discard your current hand and draw 8 new cards, adding the first drawn to your ante. And then remove this card if you're not playing ante. So that's obviously really no one wants ante shit.
This is a 5. This is like, if this was legal, everyone's playing this card.
Yeah.
Oh, ante for sure.
This is a 5.
This
is like a 10.
Risk it. But dude, imagine someone like, oh fuck, my Mox Diamond. Oh no.
Yeah, 1 mana, draw 8. This is insane. This is insane.
If you made an errata to all ante, where instead of anteing it, the cards were just exiled, this would be insane. Like, especially in a turbo deck where they just dump out their hand and they're like, all right, now Contract from Below. I'm going to draw 8 more cards, see what happens. Like,
dude. And Rogsai would love this card.
Yeah.
Rogsai would go nuts. Like, this is insane.
Fucking get raw. Dude, anything with black would just be playing this.
Yeah.
So how would ante work is like adding the first card to your ante. So it doesn't like replace the original, because I think like what you do for ante is you randomly take a card out each, and that's like going on the line. So immediately,
I think you're the only one playing the ante, for this card. Not everyone else has to ante up a new card.
When it says remove this from when you're playing, if you're not playing for ante, so that if ante was like a legal effect, each player before the game starts would pick like the top card of their library or something after shuffling. That's the ante for the game. So you'd have an ante pile and it's like, oh, okay, this is my basic forest. And then someone else is like, oh shit, my soul ring. Fuck. Okay, well that's not in my deck. And if like you win, you get that person's soul ring. But then when you play this, then you're adding another card to your ante pile. So it also just makes your deck illegal for the like the next round, I guess. Or you have to have multiple copies of every card in your deck at the off chance that you accidentally. I guess, Trevor, you're like what you said about it being exiled. That would be the way to do it.
Make more sense. Because no one wants to ante up a Gaia's Cradle or something.
That would be really, that would actually be an interesting, if that was legal, like ante, and instead of like trading it, or, you know, but like at the beginning of the game, like what if you're a Tivit deck and my time sieve, fuck, you know, like that. Obviously you have Thoracle as a backup, but it is pretty funny that like that would be interesting. Like, oh shit, my breach is gone. You know, it would be very unlikely, but it could happen. I wonder how that would play into the format.
Yeah, I mean, that would be interesting for sure. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. It would be interesting if people just started playing for ante at cEDH tournaments.
Yeah, I kind of think it has to be a 5 though, right? I mean, this is incredible. If it was legal, everyone would be playing this.
Oh, for sure.
Or I mean, if they even eroded this card, if they don't want people to do ante, and it is like what Trevor says, it's discard your hand, exile the first card that you draw, and then you get 7 cards. That's still like
that's a Wheel of Fortune for yourself. For one black.
For yourself. For 1 black.
That's really good. That's a really
for
good.
the cost of,
and you
1
just
black
lose.
And a card. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fucking fantastic. Okay, and we did go off on a long enough tangent, so everyone would have to take a drink.
Take a tangent drink.
Tangent drink, which is you have to for each minute you have to take a drink.
No, Ian. Let's not give people alcohol poisoning.
For each minute you have to keep.
Well, it's only like a couple minutes. Oh, I guess I'm thinking of someone sipping on a beer, but we're like taking a drink is like, you know, a shot, I guess. So yeah, maybe don't do that. So
all right.
I say we move on because that is definitely a 5.
You want to do the next row and then call it, or because the next row is pretty decent.
Yeah. Who just did Contract from Below? Trevor, was that you?
I did. So it's your turn.
Okay. So next we've got Copy Artifact, which is 1 and a blue for an enchantment. You may have Copy Artifact enter the battlefield as a copy of any artifact on the battlefield, except it's an enchantment in addition to its other types. Pretty good. It sees play.
This is really good.
Yeah.
Give yourself
currently sees play, so it's immediately at least a 4.
I mean, it.
The question is this a 5?
Yeah, the question is this a 5? I don't think it's a 5.
4.
Because these abilities are pretty niche. Like if you want it, you get it, but
yeah.
I mean, the best thing about this card is that it can get you a 1 ring. So
yes. And it is entering it, and you did cast it, so it does count for that effect too of the protection. You do get the. So the only thing is, and I feel like it can't be a 5 just because. See, Phyrexian Metamorph in my mind is just better because it's 3 mana, but it's all colorless, and it's artifacts or creatures, which is just better than having an enchantment that can only copy artifacts. It's still good though. A decent amount of decks run it.
Yeah. I mean, the only art of I'm this is one where it's like I really kind of want to give it a 5 because it's like, yeah, dude, everyone plays a One Ring, and the floor is like, well, everyone plays a Soul Ring too, so you can just copy a Soul Ring if you need it.
For 2
But
mana for 2 mana Soul Ring.
this is a card where it's like, if you're in a certain deck that doesn't need this, you're definitely cutting this card.
That's why it's got to be. I think it's a 4. That's still really good. It's just basically you can't make it doesn't go in any deck that if it's the second you have blue in your color identity, you're not just playing this. Najeela's not going to play this. Fucking,
I think this card's close. If some artifacts get printed that become like, because you see it with the One Ring, there's always a chance where it's like there's going to be a new artifact that becomes super busted and just like takes over the game. I think copy artifact is close to being a 5 depending on the meta.
Yeah. But I think it's well suited as a 4.
Yeah, I'm going to say 4.
Yeah, I'll say 4 for right now. Tentatively a 5 in the future.
Tentatively a 4. All right. Next one.
All right. We got Corpse Dance. For 2 and a black, you get an instant with buyback 2. You may pay an additional 2 as you cast a spell. When you do, put this card in your hand as it resolves. Return the top 2 creatures of your graveyard to the battlefield. That creature gains haste until end of turn. Exile it at the beginning of the next end step. I like Corpse Dance a lot. I think this card is... You don't run it in every deck, but if you need certain creatures, it's an instant speed reanimate that you can always buy back to your hand if you have extra mana. You just need to remember to keep your graveyard in order, which I don't think a lot of people do, but it's in the rules. But yeah, I like Corpse Dance. I would say this is a 4.
It used to combo with Dockside.
Yeah.
And any sack outlet. Because you could always pay to buy it back and repeatedly cast it. Dockside getting banned, basically, it's not nearly as good. But I believe it's played in... There's multiple combos. I'm going to look this up really quick. So there's a Ashnod's Altar, Dualcaster Mage, Corpse Dance. So where are you getting the black mana from? If you keep... Oh, because you don't have to keep paying it. You don't need the buyback. You just keep copying and sacrificing the Dualcaster to repeatedly reanimate it and copy the spell. And you keep sacking it to Ashnod's Altar to add Infinite Colorless. And it looks like it might be played in Inala, because Scholar of the Ages is a 7-mana human wizard that Inala plays because it's a combo. And you do that with Culling the Weak into Corpse Dance. Because when Scholar of the Ages enters the battlefield, return up to 2 target instant and or sorcery cards from your graveyard to your hand. So you just keep bringing Culling the Weak and Corpse Dance back. But you don't really get anything else than Infinite Death triggers or ETBs. I don't know. There's actually a decent amount of fucking combos with Scholar of the Ages. I wonder if Inala plays this.
I'm sure that there are some lists that do, for sure.
Wizards chess. We're playing Wizards chess. Let's see if... Fuck. Oh, they're playing Shallow Grave. Interesting. Corpse Dance.
Yeah.
Look at that.
There you go.
And is this a... Updated 3 days ago?
5.
Yeah. cEDH and Ala. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, because they're already playing all of the other stuff that combos with it. Sacrifice is one of them. Culling the Weak, because you're like a turbo deck in addition to that. So no, I'd give it a 4.
Gix too.
Yeah, I'd give it a 4.
Yeah, it's definitely a 4.
This might be our best episode in terms of like rankings for cards because I mean
terms
our
of card
first
quality.
one was absolute shit. And then it was like, oh well there's Ancestral Recall though, and it's like, okay. But everything else was just like a 1 and a 2. We even gave a 0 to Alabara's Carpet
zeros.
because we just could not. Oh yeah, and Acidic Dagger. Oh my god, those cards are fucking horrible. And then we've had some like 3s and a 5 once in a while, but this round is we've had City of Traders, I lost my list. City of Shadows, City of Traders, City of Solitude, Contract from Below, Copy Artifact, Corpse Dance. I mean, there's a lot of good ones. But Corpse Dance, decent. Very decent. Who's next? I think Trevor, right?
Yeah, so Coercion, for 1 and black and red, you get an enchantment with cumulative upkeep 1. During your upkeep, put a rust counter on each artifact target opponent controls. If the number of rust counters on an artifact equals or exceeds that artifact's casting cost, bury the artifact. If Coercion leaves play, remove all rust counters from the game. Okay. That's actually decent. Like, most rocks are between 0 and to 2 mana. So you can just start blowing shit up.
I mean, it is a little slow.
It is slow.
Yeah. And cumulatively, upkeep is definitely it hurts the card a lot.
That fucking completely ruins the goddamn card.
Yeah, honestly, like I was gonna say like a 2, but the more I'm thinking, like, dude, cumulative upkeep is so bad. Like the only good cumulative upkeep card is Mystic Remora.
So you play this, right? Nothing happens. You pass.
Nothing happens.
It goes all the way around. You pay 1 on your upkeep, and everyone gets a rust counter. So all the 0 drops.
No.
Do fucking
only target
die
player
and
gets.
It's not all the artifacts. You target the artifacts of like the person who ramped out the most.
It's not even. Oh God, it's a target opponent.
Yeah, but then
That's
that gets rid of their
awful.
Soul Ring. That gets rid of their Mox Diamond. And then if you keep it around for another turn, you can get rid of all their talismans.
Or you could just play fucking Vandal Blast if you really give that much of a fuck.
Honestly,
you could literally
Vandal Blast
play
is
any other card.
Yeah.
There's so many artifact destroyers out there. Yeah.
I guess if you're in Rakdos, you don't have very many options in those colors. But there's that one that I think we actually it might be on the reserve list where it's like it destroys all artifacts and other than Vandal Blast. It's a little, I think it's like of casting cost. Is it Firestorm or no? That's the one.
Is it Meltdown?
Meltdown. Yes. I don't think it's reserve list, but it does the same thing where you like pay. It blows up all.
Yeah, that is not a reserve list card.
Yeah. So, is it a 1? I mean, that's.
I think this is a 1 because even because think about it, in a casual setting,
it's fucking awful.
Like everyone's rocks are probably like 2 mana at the lowest. So it's like you're gonna wait like
you're right
3 turns for this to do anything.
Yeah, if it's not good in cEDH, it's not playable in casual. You're right.
It's arguably worse in casual.
It's way worse in casual.
Okay, yeah, it's a 1.
That's a 1.
That's a 1.
All right, ending strong. And then we've got Covetous Dragon for our final card for today. It's 4 and a red for a creature dragon. It's a 6/5 with flying. When you control no artifacts, sacrifice Covetous Dragon. Huh. Well, maybe if someone played flyer. Corrosion, I might be fucked in a couple turns.
This card at a minimum is getting a 2 from me just because it was a part of Kai Booty's 1999 World Championship deck. So this card is a World Championship winning card. So by that account,
fuck are you getting
I'm
these
not
stats?
giving it a 1. Huh?
Where the fuck did you get this goddamn stat from?
Kai Booty, that one I just knew, dude. I follow Pro Magic from time to time. And since Kai Booty is just like probably the best Pro Magic player ever, this card is a minimum of 2.
Interesting.
Yeah,
I thought you were like pulling up some stat sheet. I'm like, oh shit.
No, right. that's a real fact. And so
you're like the John Anik of this podcast. Like the stat guy. He's the guy in that does commentary for the UFC, and while Joe Rogan and Daniel Cormier are like, oh my god, look at that calf kick on this guy. Look at the swelling on his shin. I just don't think Joe, I just don't, that's really going to compromise him in the later rounds. And then John Anik is like, all right, and sponsored by Modelo. Did you know that this was actually the 40th calf kick of his career that he's taken? So it's like, yeah, John Aniking us with Kai Boudet's winning deck of 1999.
Exactly.
Interesting.
That's that. That's why the card is. That's my argument for why it's a 2. Otherwise,
it's a dragon.
Hey, you can play it in Magda.
Playing Magda. Yeah, I was gonna say it fits in Magda.
Yeah, when you already know you're gonna win, so you just flex and play Covetous Dragon. You just tutor Covetous Dragon out just for the memes.
Why is this in the deck? Because I don't give a fuck. That's why. Yeah, it's a 2. It's not. There's so many other better dragons. There's so many other dragons that actually do stuff and don't die for no reason, but
and have an active downside.
So, all right, let's go over the top 5 of today. So our number 1 card was Contract of From Below, just because it's a 1 mana fucking Wheel of Fortune for only you. Yeah, that would never get played or be it would be banned. I should say, not that it would be played by everyone. I think if they made anti-legal or eroded it to where you don't actually anti, it's just exiled, this would be banned. It's too good.
It would be a power card if they eroded it or removed the anti. It would be like the power 10. You know,
yeah.
I think Contract
this would be that good. Yeah, it's better than Ancestral Recall. I mean, it's a sorcery.
It's better. It's probably better than What's the One.
You know what?
Am I blanking on my power 9 cards here?
You know what Wizards should do?
Time Twister?
Instead of changing the hybrid mana so that it's can go into either deck, they should just errata the anti-rules so that it just gets exiled. They should do that and it would change the fucking format like crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is better than Time Twister for sure.
Yeah, because it doesn't fuck over Time Twister could be used to and you make it so other people can't draw. So then they're if you have a Narset, that Planeswalker out.
Oh, that's true. Time Twister combos with Narset.
Then
you're right.
Everything's just in their library and they're fucked. But this is just an absolute fucking. It's pure gas. Yeah, Trevor, I agree with you. They should absolutely do that. It might just ruin Commander forever. But fuck it. They decided to print a fucking Teenage Mutant goddamn Ninja Turtles.
Ruin the game that we talk about. But you know what?
Fuck it.
I mean, they want to shake up the format a little bit. Do that.
Yeah, we have Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Spider-Man. Let's just fucking bring back Anti.
Contract from Below. Who cares? I mean, or eventually, I'd rather have shit like that going on than be I'm going to swing with my SpongeBob SquarePants. Oh no, Spider-Man web zipped in and bounced my SpongeBob to my hand. Well, you know what? I'm going to counter that with Michelangelo's fucking nunchucks or something. Fuck that. It's just getting to be too ridiculous. I'd rather someone be 1 mana, I get to fucking Wheel of Fortune myself. and just exile a couple cards. Fuck it. I'd rather that be legal than all the other goddamn nonsense. Not to say that I hate all
below comes legal,
Universes
though.
Beyond.
They're gonna make it a SpongeBob secret lair, and then you're gonna be like the cheapest version of Contract. It's like this horrible, gross SpongeBob card, and it's like
Squidward.
How
It's
much
just
is this
Squidward.
It's not too much. Depending on what print you want.
Yeah, buy it at the off chance that it gets legalized.
They're not going to do that.
How much?
But it'd be fucking cool if they did.
And then a couple other honorable mentions. We had City of Traders got a 4, Copy Artifact got a 4, and so did Corpse Dance.
Nice.
City of Solitude was also,
decent.
I think that was our only 3. No, Sentinel Druid, because we're like, it's so close to being a tie-in playable.
Yeah.
I mean, overall, the average of this one was not bad. We're also almost up to 100 cards, and there are how many on the reserve list? 500 something?
571.
500, I think you said at the beginning of this episode.
It's 571. I'm almost positive on that.
571.
Bam.
Fuck. We're basically right now like a sixth of the way through.
Which is pretty good. They're actually doing better than I was expecting with this.
Yeah, that's true. We just need to do 5 episodes 5 more times.
Hey, that's fine. We'll be here with it.
And there's a lot of good cards coming up too. Just kind of looking.
Yeah, no, there's going to be some interesting ones. And some dog shit ones. So like this, that's going to be a goddamn
there
one.
There are a lot of stinkers in here.
Yeah, there's a lot of absolute fucking garbage cards.
That's the joy
There are
of this.
some Fallen Empires cards that are on here for God knows why.
This is how you can give someone that a Tog card. And then take control of them with Emrakul. And donate it. So yeah, it's 13 mana for Emrakul, 2 mana for the whatever, fucking a Tog, and then 3 mana for donate. So it's an 18 mana combo to get them to skip
just
their
so
turn.
They can skip one turn.
Hell yeah.
18 mana combo to skip one turn.
Yeah. Frank, thanks for
broke it.
Joining us. This was fun.
Of course.
Yeah.
Happy to be here. This is fun.
Yeah, we'll get you on for these reserve list ones more if we can. And then, we should do just another episode where we can just get into the meta, bitch about shit.
Oh, I'm
we always do.
Down to bitch about shit.
We do it. We do it anyways. Also, last night, Trevor, did you win both games that we played?
We only played one game, I thought.
I thought we played a second game.
No, we didn't play second.
No, I think we only played one.
Yeah, because it was like 2 a.m. And I was watching UFC earlier, and I was pretty drunk. So I'm like, I think Trevor won.
Yeah, Trevor definitely won.
So we're a little announcement. We're gonna take a break for the holidays, so this will be our last video for the year, and we'll come back in January. So
well, you never know.
You never know. We may actually make another episode, but it's our 30th
This may be
episode.
the last episode ever.
This is the last cEDH sermon episode. Goodbye, guys.
At least we made it to 30. 30 in a year is not bad, if you think about it.
Not.
And we're almost up to 300 subscribers, so subscribe, you bastards.
Yeah.
Especially if you made it this far.
Subscribe, comment on this video.
I know, I hate begging people that smash that subscribe.
Shadow Raid Legends, war sponsor.
Fucking, why is everyone sponsored by that? It's like so fucking. It's like Shadow Raid Legends is like the biggest horror of the fucking sponsorship world. They literally just whore out their fucking mobile game. And since one of our episodes, we literally started with fuck TCG player. we can rule out getting sponsored by them.
It's fine. We can be a
Which I wouldn't want to. Yeah, we like them.
Yeah, they're good. If you're going to buy cards, go to Card Kingdom. They don't union bust.
At least not yet, or that we know of.
Not yet, at least. It's like if they did, and then you have to fucking just go to LGS.
Card Kingdom's pretty okay for right now.
For right now.
They're pretty okay if they have anything fucking in inventory. Half the time you're like, well, that's not in inventory.
And there goes the Card Kingdom sponsorship.
Yeah. Well,
high prices and questionable inventory in Card Kingdom.
I was going to mention the price thing, too. I'm like, yeah, they do. Some of their cards are a little expensive. Card Kingdom, high prices, you know and good luck finding what the fuck you want.
Their buyback rate's pretty good. Like
their buy list, like
no, yeah. If you're like selling to them, they give you like 60% of the value.
All right, that's not bad.
Wow, dude, fucking Card Kingdom shill over here.
I gotta.
We're also like
Card Kingdom
shitting on them a little bit.
All right. Do we have anything else to say, Ian?
No, other than the, like, subscribe. We have various social media. Just guess. We don't have a Facebook.
We're on it. We don't have a Facebook.
We don't post on TikTok. We rarely post on Instagram or Twitter or Blue Sky.
I think we're just going to delete our TikTok because fuck TikTok.
We say that every time, and we always say fuck TikTok. We never get any views. Fuck you, TikTok, and then we never delete. It's just out. You know what? Let's just leave it. Let's just leave it.
Well, I need to leave it so my girlfriend can send me fucking titty talkies.
Titty talkies. Oh, okay. Don't you muddy up our TikTok with titty videos.
We're using the cEDH sermon TikTok to look at what? God, if this ever becomes a legitimate business for you too,
I hope people will go back.
People are going to look back at this and be like, what the fuck were they doing?
Well, dude, there were some early Joe Rogan podcast episodes where he was literally like, oh yeah, he's like in his living room and it's like episode 20 and he's like, oh yeah, we're sponsored by like Fleshlight, and he like pulls one out and like the guest is like, oh Jesus, like that's one of those things that people fuck, and he's like, yeah, and here's this other one, this is the anal one, this one's supposed to feel like an asshole, and they're like, oh, huh. He's like, do you want to borrow it and try it and give us a review? And he's like, no, I don't.
Speaking of, the cEDH sermon is now sponsored by Fleshlight.
I mean, hey, here's what we want to get sponsored by: Pornhub. Because at some point in almost every single video, we're like, oh, wait, what the? We're like, MTG, wait, Trevor, what is that in your search history? Pornhub. And but we stopped doing it because we haven't heard back from them. So, would really be nice if
just start
Pornhub
posting.
sponsored us.
Just start posting the cEDH sermon on Pornhub, and then just like in the editing, just like have like a pair of boobs or like a dick just flash on the screen so you can legally be called porn, and there you go. You'll have the Pornhub edit of the podcast.
I don't think that's a rule that you have to have nudity for it to be on porn.
No, you don't.
Well, you should.
Weird as shit on Pornhub.
You should post this episode to Pornhub. There you go.
We have 3 followers on Pornhub. Yeah, you know what? Maybe we should be Pornhub creators. That's a slippery slope. Oh, God. That is a slippery slope. They just send us an email like, hey, congratulations on 10 followers. You guys gonna take your dicks out or what?
You gonna show me that or what?
Wait. We'll pay. All right. Well, before we go down the horrible rabbit hole of the idea of us being on Pornhub, I think that's about it.
All right. Bye, nerds. We'll see you next year. And we'll also see you in hell.
But before we go, I almost forgot. Our boy, Jam Ferris. The one and only patron. But it's a new year coming up. We want to double that number, maybe triple it. Get a couple more in there. We're gonna get a couple more videos up there for that One Piece thing. I swear I'm gonna get it done. It's gonna be on there. And then Trevor and I have been messing around with GOAT format Yu-Gi-Oh stuff. I mean, who would have thought? So maybe we post a game on there or something. Who knows? We'll see what happens. Thanks again, Champ Pharos. You're awesome. We love to see you. We love to have you. Peace out.